Hey people, how's it going? Welcome to another video. So, the other day, well, I say the other day, the other week, about 2 weeks ago, I put up a video where I ranked all of the big four, the American big four debut albums. I put Anthrax's Fist for Metal, Slayer's Show No Mercy, Metallica's Kill 'Em All, and Megadeth's Killing Is My Business all up against each other. And, you know, weirdly enough, that video did quite well in my standards. A bunch of you guys commented on it with your opinions. Some of you agreed with me, which was awesome, and a lot of you didn't, but that's cool. You all gave great reasons as to why you think different, and they were all awesome. Today, we're doing the same thing, but slightly different. So now, we've done the American Big Four. We're now going to tackle the German Big Four debut albums. Now, I'm going off Wikipedia's decision of who the German Big Four are. So we're going to put Creator's Endless Pain against Sodom's Obsessed by Cruelty, against Destruction's Infernal Overkill, and Tankard's Zombie Attack. Now, I was super excited to do this when I came up with the idea. I was like, yes, I won't lie to you. There are three albums, 2.5 that I hadn't actually listened to. So I've been listening to them non-stop for all week, basically just over and over, just really honing in which ones I think are better than others. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to sit here and rank the debut albums from the German Big Four of thrash metal. Let me know down below which your favorite one is, and let me know why as well. I much prefer it when people give reason as to why they think something, you know, it just makes it so much more interesting to read. But yeah, without further ado, like I said, let's just get straight into it, ranking the German Big Four debut albums. Before we get started though, I will quickly say that all these albums are very, very damn good. It was quite hard to figure out which order these were going in. I had someone at the bottom, and then they moved up to 3, and then they went back down, and then 1 came down to 2. They were constantly swapping positions. But today is the final decision, and this is what we're going for. Number 4, in my opinion, is Destruction's Infernal Overkill from 1985. This album is great. All 4 of these albums do blend well together, apart from one kind of wild card, which we'll talk about when we get there. But yeah, number 4 is Destruction's Infernal Overkill. And that's not to say it's bad. Honestly, if I was to go ahead and rank all of Destruction's music, I imagine this one would get pretty high. It's a great album. It's, I think, the longest album out of all 4 of these, which was interesting because they were all around 30 odd minutes, and this one just scrapes in under 40, so that was cool. They're all loud, they're all aggressive albums. That's the one thing I will give the Germans over the Americans, is that these 4 albums are all very in your face. Do you know what I mean? Well, so were the American ones, but these ones were just all turned up to 11, and they all went full hard. Infernal Overkill was a fantastic album. Invincible Force is a great song. Death Trap is great. I love the Ritual. I thought the solo melodic section in the Ritual song was great. Tormentor was a great song, honestly. Bestial Invasion, that chorus where they just shout the Bestial Invasion was fantastic. The little thrash attack instrumental, honestly, Black Death, Antichrist, it's a great album. Honest to God, I'm not even kidding. It's really, really good, but unfortunately, I do just get a kick out of the others a lot more. So that's why Infernal Overkill is number 4. Number 3 is Creator's debut album, Endless Pain. Yeah, I honestly thought this one was going to be higher, but the others just crept up. This one, just like Destruction's debut, is, again, a fantastic album. It's great fun. This one borderlines on like the blackened thrash style of thrash metal. The vocals in this are a lot more harsher. They're not as just shouted. There's a bit of growl to them, and it makes it really cool. The album combines blackened thrash metal from the likes of Venom, Merciful Fate, Bathory, you know, real household names that we love. This album is great. It deserves well respect, regardless of what position it goes in on any ranking. Endless Pain is a great title song. I think it's awesome. Total Death is fantastic. Storm of the Beast is probably one of the ones I could skip. Tormentor, we've got a repeated track. Destruction had Tormentor. These guys also have Tormentor. They're not the same song, but yeah. Son of Evil, Cry War, I think is one of Cry War, Flag of Hate, and Bonebreaker. They're fantastic songs. Honestly, there's some awesome little bits of in a way, like, I want to say new wave of British heavy metal, but that might be pushing it a bit, because it's obviously black and thrash, but there are just some little riff changes that make you go, oh, that sounds good. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a great album nonetheless. But yeah, it comes in at number 3, Creator, Endless Pain. Number 2 is an album that honestly cracks me up, and I've put Tankard at number 2, Zombie Attack. I heard a lot of, well, I'd say I read a few comments of people mentioning this album, or the band rather, sorry, not the band, and they say, oh, they sound the most like Metallica out of these 4 bands, and weirdly enough, I couldn't agree more. This album is virtually very, very similar to Kill 'Em All, which cracks me up because I also put Kill 'Em All at number 2 in the American ranking. So the fact that they both go at number 2 cracked me up. I wasn't sure if I was going to put this one so high, but I listened to it again and I thought, God damn, this one is just such a fun little listen. The title track, the first song in the album name, obviously, is quite funny. Like, these songs are very just standalone, like, you know, they're just standalone songs. They're not related to each other at all. So the fact like the album is called Zombie Attack, you would think like there would be like this overarching theme, but there isn't. It's just the first song, so therefore it's the album name, I assume, or vice versa, you know, but whatever. It's got a cool little, what sounds like Zombie Attack intro, and then the music starts. It's really cool. Acid Death, I think, is one of my favorites. Alcohol is a weird 2-minute little song, but I think it's great. Empty Tankard, I think is fantastic. Thrash Till Death, it's a great song. It really does have Kill 'Em All vibes, especially with a song like Thrash Till Death, where the opening lyric is bang your head against a stage like you never did before. Where have we heard that before? This album came out in, when did this come out? 1986. So yeah, Kill 'Em All was already out for a long while then. Screaming Victims was great. Poison was cool. Chains I thought was a bit weak, but honestly, this album overall I thought was so fun. And if I did ever see this in the shop, I would have to pick it up. It's one of the funner thrash albums I've ever heard, so it makes me want to hear more of Tankard's music. I won't lie, I'm a bit unfamiliar with them, so if this is what they sound like, cool, I will happily go listen to them some more. But yeah, number 2, honestly, Tankard's Zombie Attack is fantastic. It's a great album. If you love Kill 'Em All and you haven't heard this, you will enjoy Zombie Attack. Go listen to it. Number 2. Which means, everybody, that obviously number 1 for me, the best debut from the German thrash metal junk, is Sodom, Obsessed by Cruelty. I have heard this album before. I've listened to it via the In the Sign of Hell EP, you know, that one with the man in the mask. Honestly, it's both little albums are great, but purely for debut, this one still takes the cake. Sodom are amazing. Obviously, we all know Agent Orange, and it's just great. M16's a fantastic album, but honestly, this debut is pretty damn amazing. It starts with an intro, like all great black thrash metal stuff does. This is thrash metal and black. Thrash, speed, and black, so it's a bit of everything thrown in, which might be why I love it so much. The second song, Death Like Silence. Where have we heard that before? Obviously, that's Euronymous' label, you know, the guy from Mayhem. It cracked me up. I was like, it's so cool to go back through and listen to stuff and then be like, that's where he was influenced by to do that. Cool. Brandish the Scepter is fantastic. Proselytism, how do you say that? Proselytism real. That's all right. Equinox. I thought Equinox was a fun song. I like the way they shout it at the end. Equinox. Yeah, it's so cool. But my favorite from this one has to be, where's it gone? Obsessed by Cruelty. Oh, where is it? It's the German version. Was that the one I was listening to? Yeah, sorry. The American version doesn't have it. After the Deluge, that one's great. Oh, I love the riff in After the Deluge. I think it's amazing. But yeah, Obsessed by Cruelty is a great song. Witchhammer I thought was great. Volcanic Slut I thought was a bit dumb. They should have ended it on Witchhammer and it would have been great. But yeah, honestly, Sodom, Obsessed by Cruelty is a fantastic album, and I really highly recommend everyone goes to listen to it. So yeah, that is my number 1 spot for the German debut thrash metal albums. Let me know down below if it's the same as you. Awesome as team, thank you for hanging out with me while we sit here and quickly discuss the German thrash metal debut albums. Was your number 1 the same as mine? Was it Sodom? Was it Tankard? Was it Destruction? Or was it Creator? Let me know down below, like I said in the start. I've got two more videos to come out soon, you know, in the next few weeks or so keep an eye out for those. But like always, team, until they happen, stay inside, stay safe, listen to thrash metal, and I will see you all in the next ranking, in the next countdown, whatever it may be. See you later.